Two old people on a couch here. I'd like to welcome you and thank you for viewing the video.
Make America great again. From sea to shining sea. It's a land of the free, my friends. The one for you and me. Let's go.
I am Debbie, and this is Mark, and we are two old people on the couch, and we are glad that you are with us. And good morning, everyone.
Good morning. And I did some fascinating research last night.
You
Miss
did?
Debbie?
Okay.
Yeah, I was like wondering why women were so good at what's it called whenever you look up bones and stuff like that? What's that called?
Archaeology.
Archaeology.
Mhm.
Why are women so good? See, I'm so prepared for
Yes,
this
you're
show.
so prepared
Archaeology, why are
Yes.
they naturally born to do that?
to dig up bones.
And fascinating, research, and it's because they are naturally good at just bringing up the past, and bringing up dirt and bringing up the past. But
Yeah. That's
I don't
just great. That's just great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we want to thank. I had it all rehearsed out to be smooth,
Yes.
and I botched it
Yes.
because I even forgot what it was that they did.
Yes.
But I need some more coffee.
Yes.
Speaking of coffee, we want to thank AZ48coffee.com for sponsoring our lovely show. And Eric from Greenhorn 1 Acre, now probably officially AZ48coffee.com, sent us this lovely bag of gourmet coffee. So we
Yes.
want to thank you, Eric. Please don't send any for a while. We will purchase it and start sending those freebies out to the big channels.
Yes. Big channels.
Big channels. I mean, we're big. Let's face it. We got tens and tens of people that watch
Tens
us,
and
but
tens.
save some money.
Yeah.
And go after the big dogs,
Yes. Absolutely. Go up to the big dog. So
Other than that,
news is coming in fast and
Listen.
furious. It's like, is it this? Is it that? Is it this? Is it that? News and
yeah.
war
room.
and
all
rumors.
But Also on the same
Yeah.
side, is I wake up every day to just the greatest news too. Like the last 4 years, you wake up and you think you're in the bizarro world. Like that makes no sense. That's going to destroy our country. Now I wake up every day. I'm like, that makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah.
For doing that. Thank you. Oh, we're getting rid of fraud, waste, and abuse like crazy, and now for some reason the other people think that's bad. But
Yeah, but we're still
And he
spending
said-
way too much money.
Trump was supposed to just make all the billionaires richer, right?
Yeah.
Well, they're, like Bezos and all those guys,
Mhm.
they're losing money. So they're fighting it right now because they're like, they can try to argue that the economy is doing bad with all these tariffs, right?
Yeah.
But the tariffs, I don't know. All the rich people are struggling right now,
Yeah.
and this is
I
going to
know.
help us get more jobs. We're bringing industry back to our country. So I don't know. Let's just give it some time.
Yeah.
I
We
wake
will
up.
See.
I
We
think it's
will
all
see.
good
We will
moves
see.
going on. But the left doesn't even know. They have to write articles of
Yeah.
the past.
Mhm.
Things are going so good right now. They got to say how bad the past was.
Yeah.
and
We
everything,
will
but
see. We
we'll
will
see.
see. We will.
All right.
So
We will see.
we will see. So you want to get out some of our news?
Absolutely. I guess I have to get Karen up there in the
Yeah.
booth.
Booth, nudger,
Karen,
elbower.
take us out to the news. All right. Thank you, Karen. All right.
Okay. So Brazilian police foil plot to bomb Lady Gaga's concert in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, with 2.5 million people in attendance. So,
She
It-
got 2.5.
yes.
Let me tell you what.
That's what you took from that, not the foiling of the plot.
I'm just amazed 2.5 million
Yeah,
people
well-
went in person to see her.
There's going to be more on that story.
Okay. Well, they got the Jesus Christ, statue up there. Are you with me?
Yes, I'm with you.
The Jesus Christ
Yeah,
statue.
yeah. I understand.
What's her name?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift put her sales, they illuminated it on there,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
They got the most demonic parades down there in Brazil. For having that up there,
Yeah.
they do the most demonic things underneath them, right?
Mm.
And I would have to say that Lady Gaga probably puts on a pretty good demonic show,
I think so.
So I would not be surprised though that she was saved there because that's like demonic headquarter down in Brazil. To be honest with
there's
you.
more to that story.
Okay, well,
There's going to be more to that story.
I'm just putting in my 2 cents right now, okay? And I'm just saying, like, I am amazed.
Person that was going to do the attack
Okay, let's.
was
you have
an illegal. It might be coming up, but was an illegal alien that Trump had deported.
That's good news
That is good news
for us.
Yes, that's great news for us.
We're like,
He
we
wanted
thought
to
this
go-
person was very bad, so we sent them back down there.
Right.
Then he
wanted
almost.
to go to the concert and do
But-
the thing to children.
But is that gonna? If he's for like wanting to be in America, that's not a good move. Trying to take out an American and a whole bunch of people, because then
Right.
that's gonna just say, hey, that's good for
Yes.
the reasons why we got rid of him.
Right. Yeah.
Wackiest news. Listen,
It
there's
is
a
wacky.
spiritual demonic force going at it right now. It's getting crazy. And if you don't believe me, that's fine. I think it's a very
Yes,
big
Jennifer, I agree
spiritual
with that
battle
comment
going
about
on.
the. I agree with that comment, Jennifer.
All right.
Absolutely.
And are we?
We're going
Is Karen?
backwards.
Karen, we're going
Going
backwards.
backwards.
All right.
Going backwards so that we get the oldest news first.
Okay.
Oh wait, Elon Musk gets his own Texas city after voters approve
Good for him.
incorporation of SpaceX Starbase.
Well, listen. The guy has
Very Back to the Future with what he's got going on.
he's revolutionized the going to space.
Right.
And we're doing a lot of low orbit stuff that I think is good.
Right.
This whole going to Mars and everything, you know me, think it's a waste of taxpayers' money. Getting pictures of Pluto, way, way far away that we could never live on.
Yeah.
Getting pictures of that,
Mhm.
waste of money.
Yeah.
So I flip flop on the whole space thing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
good. And do humans have to be going into space?
No, we don't.
Whatever, they want to save the world, but in my opinion, God's got that under control. He'll take it
Right.
whenever he wants to take
He
it.
will.
So
He will.
you can
For sure.
run,
For sure.
but you can't hide. either.
Mhm.
So it is all in God's time. So
Yeah, it is.
waste your money on the space program. I don't like it. It kind of takes my tax money.
You're
Okay.
not going to escape Earth and get away from God.
Yeah.
It's just
You-
not going to happen.
You
God,
have to be in a capsule that has earthly air that you took with you.
yeah.
know,
Well, I mean, just
So
you're not
going
going to
to
escape
run. Yeah.
God.
And I find it fascinating, really, that there is nothing anywhere
Yeah.
remotely near us that, and again, if they say they know 127 light years away,
Right.
if it's able to support life or not, I wouldn't trust them too much because that's way too far away to know anything about it with even the best technology that we have, in my
In
opinion.
your
I think it's all
humble
crap.
opinion,
It's all
Yeah.
just to,
Mhm.
make us think
Mhm.
that space travel's good. Okay, I'm glad I get to voice my opinions
Yes.
on here.
I
Now,
know.
I'm sure you and everybody else strictly disagrees with me, but
No,
that's
no,
just
no,
the way
no,
I am.
No, but that's what makes it our channel.
That's
not
right.
Theirs channel.
That's right.
So, and you are more than welcome to disagree with anything that you want
Absolutely.
to.
Please.
All right. So, old news because we covered this last Saturday, but I saw it, and since such a fan of Temu,
Yeah.
Temu online marketplace halts shipment from China to U.S. as Trump closes loophole. But Trump is having talks with China today
Yeah.
about the tariffs. So
Yeah,
we will
I
see
know.
what that goes. What happens with that?
Everybody freaked out about the
Yeah.
tariffs. Stock market
Yeah.
went down.
Hmm.
What has the stock market done here lately?
I'm
It's
still waiting to
climbed
see what's going to happen.
pretty much back to where it
Mhm.
started before the tariffs. It might be down just a smidge. Wait until all these good news of the tariffs start kicking in, and it's
I
gonna
hope so.
it's gonna
I hope
skyrocket.
so.
In
'Cause
my opinion.
my groceries are still through the roof.
Yeah.
That's all I care about is my grocery bill.
All right, let's get on to the
Okay.
next.
Okay, Bill Ackman. Whoops,
Whoa.
what in the world
All
happened
right, you
there?
didn't size these good.
I did.
I'm just
I
gonna
thought I
leave it
did.
like that.
Something was wrong
You
with that
added
slide.
one more at the end, probably.
Oh, maybe.
Whatever. Go.
Bill Ackman on President Trump's efforts to take away Harvard's tax-exempt status when a university goes from being a university to becoming a political advocate organization. It doesn't deserve
Absolutely.
tax-exempt status.
Absolutely. I mean, again, PBS and all this stuff. it served its purpose way back.
Yeah.
Now we have millions of channels.
Right.
Would you say? I would have to say there's got to be at least 1 million people with a channel on YouTube,
I'm sure. I'm sure.
and we don't get funded.
No.
Now we would love to get funded by the government.
Yeah. Send us some money, government.
Please, you
Come
know,
on.
the same amount that you give PBS.
Yes. Well, they don't give PBS anything now.
I know, but I'm just saying, I'm not bashing
Bad
PBS.
payment.
I
Bad
do
payment.
think it's liberal. I do think I don't watch it at all because I'm not a kid anymore and everything, right? But I think there's other programs that'll. These kids aren't watching PBS. They're watching all kind of. But whatever.
They're not.
Let's just not fund them.
Yeah.
If you love PBS, they let you donate money to the
Right.
PBS.
But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Harvard. We're
Same
talking
thing.
about Harvard.
Harvard-
Yes. I'm like,
I
where did
thought
PBS come from?
Harvard was the Richie rich,
They
you know,
are the Richie Rich.
and Trump's trying to help the rich people. I thought, but now the rich people have to give their own money to send their kid to the Richie
university.
rich.
Uh-huh.
So-
Yeah. Well, they
so-
have to anyway, but yeah.
That means,
Yeah.
whatever. You know, it's
Uh-huh.
like, again,
Well, churches aren't allowed to be political to keep their tax exempt status. They
Yeah.
can't be political.
Yeah.
So it should be the same thing with anybody
point.
else that gets
Good-
money.
very good
Not that
point.
churches don't get money from the government.
That's
but
why I'm-
yes.
I married this one. Yeah.
But they have to
Yes.
keep it political to keep their
Right,
tax exempt
right.
status.
All right.
Okay, Trump announces he's slapping 100% tariff on all foreign films to save Americans' movie industry.
Good point.
After that, he pulled back from that because people were like, "How does that even look?" You know,
Pulled
I
back
don't
from
even,
that?
I
That's
don't
bad
even
news.
think that they pay tariffs. How can you pay a tariff on a foreign film?
Well, you're just making your film in another
Yeah,
country.
I understand that.
Therefore,
How do you judge 100% tariff on that? How do you assign
I don't know. All I
like
know is
costs to that?
he tried to bring where you have to make it in our country.
Yeah,
Because you
well,
can go to like India or somewhere else and it's way cheaper to make over there.
I
than
think
here.
a little bit. He just throws things
He
against the
does.
wall and trolls.
I like it.
I think he just
Listen.
trolls. A lot of the stuff he says
The
and
Democrats,
does is just trolling.
the Democrats trolled the crap out of me for a while, you know. At one point, you're like, either the country's gonna, become where we're not free anymore. So it's like let's just get somebody else in the office. Let's hope, right?
Yeah.
So all you people that are getting trolled right now, just if you don't like it, just hope that your guy gets in next
Right.
time, right?
Next time.
And
Yeah. And we'll see.
we've been doing that for a long time, not getting our way, and just hearing the most ludicrous things
Yes.
like we're gonna
Mhm.
pay illegals to come to the country.
Right.
You know,
Mhm.
please don't go through
Yes.
the proper channels.
Yeah.
Go out around.
Yeah.
You know,
Just flood in.
just
flood
things
in.
that make no
we can
sense
support you.
to
We
me.
can support you.
We have more news coming up on that.
Yeah.
And
Well, I don't know. I
Yeah,
try to
alright.
stay away from a lot of the
all right, just
immigration stuff.
FYI, they're sending people back.
I-
They're saying, hey, if you came here illegally, take a flight back. We'll pay for it. We'll give you $1,000 once we know you're back in the country of your choice. If you do it on your own, you
Yeah.
can go anywhere. Here's some money. Go back. Prove that you're there. We give you $1,000. And by the way, now you can come back in the country legally through the right channels and proper things immediately as soon as you're passed and okay to come in. If you don't and we deport you, it's going to take you 20 years.
Come back.
You have to wait a 20-year
Yeah.
period before you can
Yeah.
sign up to come back
in.
in legally. To me, it all makes sense. It doesn't seem good. It's like I keep on saying, then people freak out. I'm like, well, if I was in Mexico and I got caught illegally going into the country, there would be consequences for me. That's all. It's the way the world works. We have sovereignty. We have our nations. We open up and if we want to and say, hey, we want people in, but we're going to vet you. Okay.
Absolutely.
Everybody knows the situation there, but that's what's going on this week with
Mhm.
the immigration update. Illegal.
Okay.
Illegal
Words
immigration
can't begin
update.
to express the outrage I feel at having a German government lecture the U.S. Secretary of State on the need to spy on the political opposition. So anyway, I guess they're doing like this cat and mouse thing where, yeah, they're trying to lecture us on how we need to
Not.
spy on our political opposition. Like they don't do the same thing.
Yeah. Like
that's not going on over there.
just also let them know that the that was the last administration that really liked to
Yeah.
spy on our own.
Government. Yeah.
Right? Am I right? Yeah, on our own government. Those people are
our own opposition.
out of power because of that. And now we've got the people in that say we have to do everything by law, And I think, listen, there's going to be more news coming out about the whole spy thing. Them spying.
Oh,
on
yes.
There's
Yeah.
tons more coming out about that here probably soon. The 2020 thing, that went down that we can't really say on YouTube. Maybe soon. Maybe YouTube's getting fair again here yet. But 2020, certain lists,
Right.
all this stuff is coming out. They're panicking. My guy Kim Clement predicted all this, that this spring would be crazy. And you know what? I know you love
I do.
the
I'm
chat.
listening to you.
It looks like you are like, this guy is boring the crap out of me.
No, I'm
Maybe
reading
the
chat.
people in
Will
the chat,
entertain me.
you guys are having your own conversations, right?
No.
While Mark, you're like, oh, Mark's speaking.
Yeah.
Let's all just talk behind his back and entertain ourselves,
Stop.
right? No,
We're not.
okay,
We're
whatever.
listening to you.
I'm just saying,
We're listening to you.
the lists are coming out.
Right.
Kim Clement said all this was going to happen.
Right.
The car industry was coming back was one thing. Nobody would have thought that, right?
Right.
He predicted this, prophesized
Yeah.
this. And the way the tariffs are working, well, that shows me that it could immediately, and it's already coming back.
I
Great
hope
news.
so.
To me, I wake up every day with great news. I'm sorry if you're on the other side and you wake up with bad news every day.
Right.
But to me, all this stuff just makes common sense that is good for America.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
All right. Former housing official, U.S. government has built a 21 trillion underground city for the wealthy and powerful to live in at a near extinct event occurs. If a near extinct
Again,
occurs.
I don't have evidence on this.
I don't either, but there was an article.
I know. We money has just gone poof.
Yes.
But does
money
it
has
go
gone
to
poof.
underground bunkers,
Don't know.
or does it go for vacations?
I don't
And private islands and
Yeah.
all.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Mhm.
Who knows what's going on?
Yeah.
Let's see them. Let me get
Yeah.
down in the tunnels. I'll
Let's
see
see 'em.
it. Now,
There are a
could it
lot of
possibly
people
be? Yeah.
that report booms and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
everything.
No.
Something weird goes on underneath the airport in Denver for sure.
Yeah. That airport,
It's
Again.
wacko.
that's just like that airport
Mhm.
and the Hotel Zaza
Yes.
down in Houston. Look
Yeah.
up Hotel Zaza. I mean, I had a naked woman behind me on my wall.
Oh yeah, that's in Houston,
An
right?
elephant, like this lady just coddling an elephant's
Anne, have you ever been to
trunk.
this hotel? And
a deer head
Houston.
on a naked person down in the lobby that kids can see, right?
yeah,
Playing a piano.
right, yeah, playing a
Oh
piano.
my God, if it wasn't the most deepest Illuminati hotel on the planet. Then you find, then I do a little research after. I'm like, this cannot be real.
Mhm.
And like, it's the rich, it's a 5-star.
Yes.
Like rich
Uh-huh.
people go there. So I do a little research on this Hotel Zaza, right?
Uh-huh.
Like this is just, I wanted to get out of there.
Yes.
ESPN put me in it,
In
right?
the hotel, yeah.
Because the other hotel was
Yeah.
booked.
Uh-huh.
They put me in the
Yeah.
freaky hotel,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
But it was really nice, right?
Yeah.
But
uh-huh.
I'm like, I might not come out of here alive. I don't know what's going on. And there's a secret room 233 or 32. Yeah, I think it's 233, whatever, which is a big skull and
Yeah.
bones number.
Mhm.
Somebody snuck in there and took pictures in there. And it
Mhm.
was, look it up. Do some research on Hotel Zaza. And again, I don't even know what were we talking about. Was
Underground cities.
underground cities? But no, you said,
you just detour everywhere.
listen, you said something that
About the
was
airport.
Illuminati.
I
Oh
said
yeah, the Denver airport.
in Denver. Uh-huh.
Sorry,
It's got you
people.
on
I
there.
got.
You like
I'm
went way
having
off the deep end.
flashbacks from the Hotel Zaza. But yeah, no, it's
Uh-huh.
yeah the paintings on the wall and everything. You're like, that's not normal. That's not
Yes.
giving me an
Yeah.
uplifting,
A
good feeling.
Yeah.
I'm feeling a little
Mhm.
freaked out in the
Right,
Denver airport.
absolutely.
Okay.
Okay.
Lots of weird stuff in the
Mhm.
Denver airport. All right. Maybe one day we'll do a show on the Denver airport.
Right.
And
We should.
Hotel Zaza. Okay.
Yeah, we should get into all that stuff. Okay, space junk. Half a century after launching decommissioned Soviet spacecraft will fall back to Earth this week. Most
I
popular
thought it was supposed
cities.
to be last night.
Well, it's between the 9th and the 11th or the 12th.
I
So
thought they had it
somewhere.
cut down to a 4-hour period.
I don't know. Did
All right.
anybody see it last night go over?
We didn't look
And
it up on
Did anybody see it crash?
Yeah, let us know. you guys.
Did anybody
we're
get
on
crashed?
low budget here.
The
So
viewers' news.
if you have already got that news or you saw it last night, call in. We are ahead of the news here at
Yeah.
Two Old People.
Yeah.
All right.
We are. We are. Okay. President Trump directs DOJ to take all necessary action to release political prisoner Tina Peters.
100%. Listen. Okay, there's
Tell
some
the story.
there's some very bad people in the world, right?
Right.
Tina is not one of them. Her job was to make sure that the elections were fair, like
Yes.
were legit.
Yes.
So they came in. They said it's going to take a couple hours to do some maintenance on the
Right.
voting machines.
Mhm.
Which, you know me, I think there's something nefarious with the
And it
voting
was
machine.
back in the last.
Yeah.
Right.
And so he backs up the hard drive of one of those things before they can come in and do their maintenance,
Mm.
so that they can see what all was on there or changed. You
Mm.
know, and boy, did that not go well with the. They did not like. They should say, yeah, sure, take a copy of it. You know,
Right.
look it over real good because we didn't do anything wrong, right?
Right.
No, they freaked out. She went to court. She's in jail right now because of a hard drive
Because
that
she backed it up.
backed it up.
Right.
Did her job.
Did
Her
her
job
job.
is to make sure nothing nefarious goes on.
Right.
It's her job.
Right.
So, you know, the other people were in, you know, running the show whenever
Right.
they threw her
Mhm.
into the
Yeah.
prison. So, I mad respects for her.
Important story, I think.
I would go to
Important
jail.
story.
Yeah, I would go to jail too to defend my country too.
Right.
You know,
Mhm.
good for her. Hopefully, they like this is ludicrous. She didn't do anything
Right.
like that was nefarious. Let's
Right.
get her out. Oh,
Yeah.
and by the way, let's find out what was different
Right.
with those two things. We haven't done that yet.
Mhm.
Some people have. I think there's more news coming out about that
We'll see.
before the midterm
We'll
next
see.
time.
We'll see. We will see.
Remember, I said it here on the couch.
We shall see.
Like Juan O'Savin always says, 2020, it ain't over yet. He sings it.
Yeah.
Kind of irritating.
Mhm. Yeah.
Probably irritating whenever.
Yeah, it's very irritating.
But
when you
he
sing it.
always is saying it. And this guy's in the know.
Okay.
Either puts on a really good show that he's in the know. A lot of things he says, like my Kim Clement prophecy,
Uh-huh.
he's not a prophesier. He's in with the right people. What he says usually happens later on. So
Okay. We shall
give it
see.
that. All right.
We shall see. Okay.
Thank you, Tina Peters. I
Okay.
think you did the right thing.
Confirms, yes, I will donate my salary again. So he is going to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
donating his salary.
Again,
Look at that stack of executive orders he was signing in that
I don't know.
picture.
Let's go back. All right, hold on.
Look at that stack.
Let me see if it's overblown answer. Yeah. Oh, I know. He's going. Listen.
Stack of orders.
Hey, he didn't invent the executive order.
No, he did not invent.
Oh my gosh.
He's
And-
just trying to get done what he can get done. Hey, Hedgehog.
As best as he can with all the
Yes.
the people that are trying to
Yes.
stop him. So
Mhm.
he's my guy.
Yes.
Hasn't done anything yet to really, you know, again,
Yeah.
disagree with a lot of things. I didn't think he should lock down the country. He should have been
Yeah.
adamant, like, don't listen to this short
No.
little stubby guy right
Right.
next to me. We're staying open. We're
Right.
America.
Mhm.
We're not going to cower. You just stay at home on your own, figure it out, do the right thing, and we're just going to keep on plowing forward.
Right.
Didn't do that.
Right.
Not a big fan of that.
Yes.
So you could say, oh, I don't like everything he does, okay?
Oil-rich Providence of Berta may hold referendum to succeed from woke Canada.
Yeah, well, listen, again, we've gone over this in our other shows.
Okay.
The cities are running the show.
Right.
Right?
hmm
Country people
Don't
actually
have a say.
feed the
Yes.
city people
they do.
and provide them
Mhm.
with their energy.
Right.
the city people should think twice before they just keep shafting the people out in the country.
Right.
Or the country people might say, you know what? We might not get our trinkets from Temu, right?
Right.
From your ports.
Right.
But we'll eat and we'll have, oil and energy.
Right.
Oh, and by the way, if we become America,
Right.
we
No
can
tariffs.
get all those Temus
Yeah.
straight up here. Way
Plus no
cheaper
tariffs.
than your inflation in Canada because, the Canadian dollar ain't as strong as the American dollar.
At one point, it was pretty even.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe I'm
Uh,
wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jennifer, fill us in.
Yeah.
Jennifer,
us.
our Canada friends.
Yeah.
Tell us about it. President Trump zings Mark
Carney?
Carney to his
Yeah.
face after the leftist Canada Prime Minister vows that his country will never become the 51st
again.
state of. That is sometimes shock value
Listen.
and trolling. Trump
What-
just is trolling. I
Well,
think.
you don't have to troll. The guy says all this, stuff
Yes.
saying that Trump is horrible, right?
Mhm.
And that the other person should win during our election, right?
Yeah.
Then to get elected, he says, boy, I'm going to be tough on Trump, right? So, there's a TDS, Trump derangement syndrome in the cities up there.
Right.
So they listen to him. And then he comes down, instead of being like super tough, he's like, Trump starts, and he's like, oh gosh, golly, we're so ready to, we think you're doing fabulous stuff
Yeah.
for America.
Mhm.
He starts praising Trump
Right.
in the Oval Office, which is probably a smart move if you don't want to get,
Right.
So who's in charge, And
Yeah,
if
I don't know.
Trump was so bad, he should have been down there ripping Trump a new one, and
Right.
saying, we're not going to run our country like you are. You're destroying your country. No, he said America's doing all the right moves. So
Yeah.
wild times to live in.
It is wild. It is wild.
But it makes more sense. All the things that are going
I
on.
don't know.
Well, some of them. All right.
It's all right.
It's
all
good
right.
news to me. I wake up every
Yes,
morning
you're
and
happy. Mhm.
I'm saying that's a good move.
Yeah.
That's a good move. I think these moves are good in my opinion.
All right. A subject I don't really like to touch on or go to, but here's a headline. Supreme Court allows Trump
Yeah. That.
fruit ban to take effect.
Oh,
I
that-
just didn't even want to say the word.
I wake up.
Right.
Good news.
That is good.
Listen to me. I was in the service,
Yeah,
you
I'm
know,
not.
and
Yeah.
I could
I'm
probably
not
tell you
for
one
that.
or two that
Mhm.
were probably, like the same side, right?
Right.
Don't bother me. I don't even, like what they said. Don't know, don't tell, don't know, whatever.
Right. Don't. Yeah.
I don't care.
Right.
Like,
Mhm.
I was okay with that
But I don't
because
need to know.
I couldn't,
Right.
they didn't bother me.
Right.
But they're getting in there, and then all of a sudden they're becoming like general. Like we have people way up there that are crossing over,
Right.
and you're gonna take orders from.
Right.
It's like whenever you were going to your psychiatrist, right?
Oh yes. Oh.
And then you
bizarre
find out
story.
that your psychiatrist was way more whacked
Whacked out
than
than me.
than you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you
yeah,
found
yeah,
that out. You're like, am I seeking help from somebody good, or is this all crazy?
I
right?
liked him. He did wonders for me, but I couldn't go back.
Yeah, the guy needs help, maybe.
He did
And-
the thing. He did the thing.
Yeah. So whatever. I'm just saying, as a troop, I would be like,
Right.
I can't take this guy seriously. Whenever he
Right.
tells me to go into battle, the
Right.
guy's crazy. You
Right. Mm-hmm.
know? Am I?
In your opinion.
I think the military is better
Allegedly.
off, allegedly, with just stable
Stable people.
people.
Yes, absolutely.
That's all.
That's it. That's
Do
it.
whatever you want to do. Just please don't do it in
Mm.
the military. Where lives are at stake and
Right.
everything.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And people aren't going to want to join. They're going to be
Right.
like, I ain't joining
Yeah.
that whacked out in,
Uh-huh.
And so it's going to be hard to get people. I think this will help people want to go back into the military.
Okay, here you go. President Trump teases very, very big announcement before my trip to the Middle East. One of the most important announcements that I have made in many years.
Yeah,
So,
so I
it
don't
was
think
gonna
we've
be
heard.
Thursday, Friday, or this coming Monday, and I
mean,
don't think we've heard it. yet.
big.
I don't think we've
Is
heard
it
yet.
about
I don't know. Yeah.
the people that are trying to do them wrong? Is
I
it?
don't know.
I'm getting rid of some taxes.
It's a list coming out.
Is a list coming out? Do you
A
have
list
that?
needs to go out.
Did you have what?
Yeah. It's
James
coming
O'Keefe,
out. I don't.
the undercover with Pam Bondi.
Oh yeah. It's coming up. It's coming up.
Man,
it's
stay
coming up.
tuned. Do not
Yes.
leave the channel if you
Yeah.
haven't already heard this news.
Yeah,
oh,
it's huge.
It's getting crazy
And
out
I
there.
think it was on
James
purpose.
O'Keefe,
Mhm.
good job, man.
Mhm.
He's doing some good stuff out there. All right, here we go.
Okay. All right. General Mike Flynn announces he's ready to return to President Trump's national security advisory.
Oh man, he's.
We shall see.
Let's say
Mhm.
there might have been a plan, all along. This whole year, last 4 years, might
I
all
agree,
been
Zombie. I agree.
might have been planned out.
Yeah. At the very least, we shouldn't be paying for them to.
Oh
Do
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Encouraging it.
Yes. Encouraging it.
Free.
Yes.
Like I agree with
Yes.
getting free laser eye surgery,
Right,
so
right,
you
right,
can
right.
see better.
Getting
when-
your teeth fixed.
Getting your
Yes,
teeth
yes,
fixed,
Yes. Yes.
I understand these
Right,
things,
yeah,
but
yeah. We don't need to.
helping you
Yeah.
do
we don't
something
need-
crazy.
Yeah. We don't need to be doing that.
I used
at
to
all.
get in trouble
Mhm.
for all the crazy stuff I wanted to do
Yeah.
in the military. I had to squash it deep, I thought we should have free beer. Let's go there. I think we should have free beer. They said no. Well, no free beer for you. All right.
Yeah, I understand, Zombie. I'm with you on that 100%. No arrest have happened.
I
at
know.
all.
It-
I know.
it's either going to happen or it's not.
Yeah.
I still have some hope that, according to Kim Clement, okay, so everybody just give me a break. He's a prophet he's a mortal man, so take it as a grain of salt. Was a very religious guy. He's gotten some of the craziest stuff right. More than once. And he's
Yes.
dead, so he can't gloat about
Right.
it, and still make money or
Right.
anything like
Plus,
that.
he did the 2 terms with Trump, which is amazing. You thought
2
it was
terms.
over last time.
And they would yell, impeach, impeach.
Yeah.
Right there, you
Yeah.
got me sold right there.
I know.
Gosh, the
I
guy
know.
was. Now he's saying that America's gonna. I guess by
Prosper.
2027,
Good morning,
things are gonna be so good by 2027. So
parents.
and he cried.
Welcome to the channel.
Kim Clement cried whenever he asked, where will I be in 2027 while all this stuff is going great? Well, I see it, and then he started crying because he already knew God probably said, yeah, no, I'm taking you before then. Whatever. Let's go on.
Parents, what
Look it up.
happens on this channel is everyone that comes in here becomes a moderator.
Yeah.
So there's that. All right. So anyway,
And we're gonna talk about wacky stuff.
yeah, and we might talk about wacky stuff, and we might have a wacky perspective. Who knows? But
you
welcome to
joined
the
in
channel.
right at.
Yeah.
It's-
All right, go back.
All right, I'm going back. All right.
Okay. India launches massive missile attack on Pakistan
Yep,
as
yep.
full-blown war
True.
threatens to break out between the two powers.
Yeah, interesting time. Whenever
Yeah.
we
There's
know that.
one more rumor and
list-
rumor.
Yeah, whenever we know that there are 10,000
Right.
videos
Mhm.
stashed away, we
Right.
still got them. We got to go through them and all this
Right.
stuff. Can I go over a couple things? Bill Gates.
That's coming up.
All right, I'll stay on.
Coming up.
All right, Karen.
Karen, stay on
I'll
task.
stay on
Keep
task.
him on
All right.
task.
Oh, by the way, if you're new here, Karen is our producer up in the booth up there.
Yeah.
And
Takes
she
care of
runs
the show.
runs the show.
Runs the show. All right. This was a funny footage. I got to start figuring out how to get our some video footage in here for us. But
I know.
terrifying footage shows Chinese robot waking from its slumber with viciously attacking
Now,
its handlers.
yeah,
So, what could go wrong with AI? What
Like,
could go wrong with AI?
People, if you're working on these things,
Yeah,
have in your hand
the
a
remote.
remote that
Turns
kills
it
the
off,
power, before it gets to them.
Yeah,
But if you've seen
it
it,
was just like
I think it was like
it was
it's
just going
programmed to
nuts.
balance and
Yeah,
everything
uh-huh,
and to figure things out. Well, it figured it was tethered,
uh-huh. Yeah.
so it wouldn't fall over and hurt itself.
Right.
It's like, what the heck is this thing
What's
doing up
going
there?
on?
It's
What's
like,
going on?
let me loose,
Yeah.
whatever. It was
Mm,
funny. It was good.
funny.
But
Good.
I'm not saying, it's thinking on its own right,
Right,
now. That's
right.
which could be good or it
Mm,
could be
yeah,
bad.
it could be good. What could go wrong?
What
Our
could go wrong?
factories all
Oh, my God.
automated. with these robots.
It's a funny clip. Look it
Yeah.
up. I'm sure a lot of the stuff we show at the end of the week wrap up, people have pretty much all
pretty much seen. Okay.
seen all these
Representative
things.
James Comer claims Epstein
You know, files.
files may have been destroyed, accuses his
Yeah.
federal government of possible cover-up. So I think it has to be happening.
So
Because
it's either been covered up or what Pam Bonnie says here soon that
If-
you're.
if the things that happened are true, we need to know.
Listen.
And we need action on this. This is
It
serious.
should just make everybody
Yeah.
vile and sick.
It should.
And,
If it's
and-
true,
and as soon as you saw
Action
one
shows.
person doing something, they
put this to rest.
you
you
should
know-
just be immediately rounding up as
People.
you're going through
Right.
the 10,000 videos
Yes.
of that guy.
Yeah.
That guy.
Mhm.
Don't waste around. They're out
Right.
there. They're predators. They're out
Right.
there. Let's get some action.
Yes.
I agree with
Yes.
everybody.
Let's protect our children. If it's the case, let's-
Allegedly by fall, according to Kim Clement, a lot of
Yeah.
people are going to be going down. So
Yeah.
there's another
yes.
prediction he had.
Mhm.
Looks like it's heading that way.
Right.
So let's just hope and pray for all that it stops first, right?
Right.
Let's stop all this. They
Yeah.
arrested 200 pedophiles or whatever
Yeah.
the other day
Yeah.
in a ring.
Yeah.
They might have got a lot of info from
Maybe.
this. Maybe
Who
they're
knows?
doing stuff already
Don't know.
because of this, and they want to keep this squelched so they can go after the little guys first.
Absolutely, Dean Container.
I don't know.
I don't need to
do you-
see the videos. I don't need them to be
No,
released.
just
I
stop
just need
it.
names
And
of the people doing the
Yeah.
actions.
Yeah, yeah.
Names of the people doing the actions.
your actions have consequences.
Right.
And if you don't have consequences, then everybody keeps doing it.
Right.
So let's make it
Absolutely.
a bad, wicked thing. What do you got?
Absolutely.
Tell us.
Okay, declassified memo reveals Biden regime ordered feds to investigate non-criminal conservatives deemed to be spreading disinformation. That's me and you. That's
I
me
guess
and you.
so. Yeah. I mean,
So, yeah.
not like
Mhm.
the mainstream channels have been throwing crap out there, right?
Mhm.
So is that going to stop too?
What's that?
Mainstream media channel stop
The disinformation? I don't know.
Or is
don't
it
know.
just on one
Well,
side?
this happened just on one side, where they were going after the conservative
Well, yeah. Let's do,
people. hmm Yes,
or
absolutely.
go after both, or let's do what Americans do: just speak freely.
Right.
You make up your mind out there. If it's information, like we always say on the couch, what do we say?
Mhm.
Do your own
Do your own
research and be prepared.
Yes.
Listen to us. Listen to 1,000 other people. Make up your own conclusions, right, people?
Yes.
You don't have to take what I see things and I'm like, is that fake? Is that AI now? We got
Right.
throwing AI now. It's like,
Oh,
is
well,
that?
we're going to get to that too.
I need to know if this
Bizarreness.
is official,
Right.
know,
Yeah.
before I start spouting my
Getting-
crap.
Right.
you know.
It's going to be, yeah. Anyway, corporate communism to modern slavery, how China and global elites are destroying Western industry under the guides of free trade. So,
Yeah, no.
is that what has been going on?
Yes.
Is that what's been going on? I
Have
think
you not?
maybe.
If you think that the
I mean, we got a lot
biggest-
of free stuff, right? We got all this free stuff that
Yeah,
we don't need.
and then it's like
Yeah.
like the Pied Piper or whatever,
Yeah,
all the people you
yeah.
think you're getting good stuff, right?
Right,
Oh, this is free.
Yeah.
Like I can buy a
Cheap.
$30
Right.
TV,
Don't
this
need
is
it.
just
Don't need it.
fabulous.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, you're going straight into your little captive
Right.
you know,
Absolutely.
one world order control.
Yeah.
With 15-minute
Absolutely.
cities.
Yeah.
That if you even say a peep wrong about the people that are now your masters, you're gone. You're toast.
Yeah.
Going to be really bad.
Right.
So, yeah, I do. I believe.
Yes.
I think we should be more. What is it? Autonomous. What is the word? Or starts with an S. I think.
I don't know. But
We
Self-contained?
sovereign.
sovereign.
Sovereignty. We should have our own
Right.
sovereignty.
We can buy and trade with other countries, but I don't understand why we're
We-
getting our food from halfway around the
listen
world.
to me. The forefathers should have said, like I've always said, we should have what we need to get by. You can get frivolous stuff from other countries,
Mhm.
but if we close down the borders, right, because of war or something,
Yeah.
we should be able to take care of ourselves, right?
We do need to
And be
able to-
self-sufficient.
We need to be able
That
to
should have
do
been in the concept. We should always remain self-sufficient.
Absolutely.
Anything that we need, we have to make here in America. Boom.
Yes,
Figure out a way, figure out, what minerals we have to pull it all
are
off.
made in China and everyone wants them.
Yeah.
And who knows
yep.
what they put on them.
Oh my gosh. Could they explode in our pocket? Like,
yeah.
like everything we have could be rigged, if
Everything.
it's made over there.
Right. It could be.
To be bad for
Who
us.
knows?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Let's say it one more time. Who knows?
knows?
All right.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. All right.
All right. Trump to welcome first batch of white South African refugees fleeing government-sponsored racial persecution to U.S. within days. So, on the opposite side of the deportation issue, I guess these people are being ridiculed and persecuted in
over in
South
their country.
Africa.
Yeah.
And Trump is bringing them in. So he's not for helping other people. He just
Oh boy, he's gonna get a lot of.
wants things to go in a certain order.
They're
Law and order.
They're getting
They're
persecuted
They're
over
getting
in their country.
murdered, I think.
Yeah. Yeah,
I almost said it.
yeah, they are.
They are.
And
Yep.
I mean, do your
He's
research, do your
bringing-
news.
He's going to bring them here. So
Could he be trolling people too by making this move? Also by saying, "Hey, you want the, it goes both ways."
yes,
And they're gonna freak out. They're
Mhm.
gonna take this news, and they're gonna bring out the, the white supremacist
right.
thing and all this
Mhm.
other stuff. But basically, what he's trying to say is, we're taking in people that are being persecuted.
Yeah.
They're not coming in illegally across
Right.
the border.
hmm
So if you like that, you should love
Yeah.
what he's doing.
Right. Right.
But they're not going to love what he's doing. So it's a mess. But
yeah,
I think
Terrence, absolutely.
it's probably a partial troll to say,
Yes.
anybody can come to America, right?
hmm
Oh, and it's gonna
Yeah.
stir up a crap storm.
Yeah, probably.
But that's what he does.
Yeah. Okay. This is where you cannot believe anything that you see anymore.
Oh, this
This
is
man
crazy.
in road rage incident brought back to life and speaks at his
Uh,
accusers or the person that did it in court via AI powered video. So
No, I
you
don't.
can no longer believe.
Going too far.
Yeah.
He's passed away.
Passed away. He's
We
no
don't know
longer
his
with us,
opinion. I'm sure it is pretty much what they
Yeah.
said.
but they're
but
putting
it's-
words in his mouth.
It doesn't need to be done. You can look
Yes.
at the grieving family. That's what happened.
Right. Right,
That's
right,
the
right, right,
cause of it.
The evidence. Did he do it or did
His
he not do it?
family
Right.
that's grieve, maybe
Yes.
children,
Mhm. Right.
wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hideous.
Right.
Guy's gonna go to, it's not him talking to him.
Right.
I guess the guy either has no moral compass, right? Could care less what the guy says, anyways. Like, or the family.
Right.
He's just I did what I did, and that's it. Or he's remorseful,
Yeah.
and he's
Mhm.
going to jail for a long
Right,
time. It doesn't
It's just, it is what it is. Yeah.
unnecessary.
Okay. We voted for this. ICE agents raid restaurant owned by husband of far left Trump hater CBS anchor Nora O'Donnell
Yeah.
and at least 8 other eateries in DC. So
Listen,
her husband owns this eatery and they went in.
Oh
So
my-
that's got to be some sweet
oh my
justice.
God. Well,
I mean, I'm sorry.
I've
Yeah.
worked with her. They're all the same kind of. They're prima donnas kind of,
Yeah.
and they get their, whatever they want to eat or something. They got a runner that goes out and gets if they're out in the field.
Yeah.
Right?
hmm
I get it, but
Mhm.
I think it's funny because I don't think she's an anchor anymore. Like,
Yeah. She
The
wasn't on there
wokeness-
the one day we watched it.
She was a
We
female.
haven't been watching it, but we watched it one night.
listen,
and
she was
wasn't
a
there.
female,
Yes.
got the job,
Yes.
and to replace her,
Yeah.
there's 2 guys that are a little fruity now. I'm not making any assumptions. I
Yeah.
am assuming.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, 2 guys
Yeah.
to take her place to do
Yeah.
the
Were
evening.
they just filling in, or do you think that
I think they're the new guys.
okay?
So
we haven't watched
you
it
gotta
in
watch-
so long.
you got to watch out your wokeness. I
Yes,
always say
we
to
haven't
people,
watched
like,
it in a long time,
like
so we didn't know.
like, you females aren't even
Mhm.
safe from the wokeness.
Right.
Like, you might get replaced. So
Right.
don't feel too comfortable because
Right.
the woke might get you
You kid.
too.
You kid.
And then those two guys might be in trouble because maybe a transgender will get hit their job. You don't know.
I don't know.
So
Yeah.
you're never safe with this woke stuff.
Yeah.
All right, that's just a little
opinion.
side note. My opinion,
His opinion.
completely.
His
but,
opinion.
She was nice to me. She cut audio in my satellite truck and
Okay.
everything down at the border when she first got her job as the anchor. So, yeah, she was pretty nice. Over the lot of them,
Yes.
she was one of the nicer.
She was one of the nice ones.
Yeah.
There you go. She always looked so angry though when she was doing the news.
Go bad.
Yeah.
Orange Man bad.
Yeah.
She had to fill that role.
Yeah.
Ooh, yes, she
Okay.
did it well. And then at the end of the day, at the end of the show,
Yeah.
big smiles.
Yeah. All
It's-
smile.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
something good happened.
Right.
But-
Absolutely.
But 28 minutes of tragedy, and we'll end the show and like,
oh, happy.
happy. Oh, everybody have a great day,
Yeah.
right? And I ended it out always positive, but the whole show was negative. Whatever.
Okay. Trump floats 5K birth bonus to fight America's baby bust. Mega success will work better. So anyway, he's floating out this idea, trolling again,
Yeah.
saying anybody that has a kid can get $5,000 because there's not enough babies being born because of all the stuff that's gone on and all the changes. People aren't,
Cost too much.
Yeah, it costs too much. People aren't having babies anymore,
Yeah.
or they're not with somebody that they can have a baby anymore.
Well, that's
yeah.
He's just saying, look, we got to, and it promotes,
We gotta have babies.
our sovereignty and
to pay
having
for our
Americans
retirement.
in Americans, right?
Right.
And all that.
uh-huh. Yeah.
The bad thing is America, if you've ever noticed, if I go down to Houston is not way down here. Houston is like 60 miles now. Before you even get to Houston,
Right.
you're in Houston. And it duplicates. You get a Waffle House, a car dealership, a Walmart or something, and a 7-Eleven. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm just going to go with those right now.
Right.
Then you drive a little bit further.
Mm.
There comes all the same stores, right?
Yeah.
And then the same stores. Well, America had to expand to keep up with inflation, and everything, and for people to make mass money. Like housing had to build to make
Right.
money.
Mhm.
So as we were having babies and everything, and we were growing at an astronomical
Right. We're not
number,
growing anymore. We're contracting.
now we're contracting,
Right.
which means nobody needs houses anymore because there's enough houses for everybody. And so the system that we have made in America is going to have a hard time with stagnation or the people going down in
Right.
population.
Mhm.
But we don't need any more Walmarts built. Need them.
Yeah. And then
So it's a wild. It's just
We
how
are
America
on a-
works.
we're built on a debt system for one thing. So we need that debt to keep expanding.
I am not saying it's the right system.
Right. It's not.
It's just what they have set up
It's what
over
they set up. We have
the
to,
years.
Yes.
So how's it going to play out? I don't know on this. I'm not an expert, but that's just my take on this whole. We need more babies. Okay.
Yes. All right. O'Keefe Media Group releases
man.
explosive undercover video exposing Prince Andrew's relations with Martin
Yeah, that's
and
okay.
ties to Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay.
So
That was the first one. Do you have the next slide?
I'm gonna have it.
Okay,
I'm
listen.
gonna have it.
They've got the main guy. That guy in there was the overall guy that squashed, bad news and stuff like
Right.
that for the
Mhm.
family. Well, he got really intimate with one of the princesses or something like
Yes.
that. I should be
Anyway.
more. And so
But
she was divorced from
yeah.
Andrew. Well, he's just in there in the restaurant, and they like to, brag about what they used to do because you're trying to impress the lady or something or the man.
Yeah.
You never know these days, right? And he's just doing that, and they got it all on tape. Him saying, "Yeah, he was with young girl, everything." He came out and said it, so we'll see.
Yeah. If
Where
anything
this
happens. Yeah.
goes.
And the girl
That was
the
just
one
video
girl that
one.
there was a picture of is
She's-
not
First, she got hit by a bus.
Yeah. First, she got hit by a bus.
Almost died.
Yeah.
Recovered.
Right.
Then took
yeah.
her own life around the same
Allegedly.
period of time that all
Allegedly.
this is coming out.
Allegedly.
They're like, they got word of all this that O'Keefe was doing. And they're maybe trying to get ahead of it. I don't know. I know. All I'm saying is Bill Gates gave away his fortune. Oh, let's wait until the next slide because it has more to do with
Don't know.
that. All right.
It's not the next slide, but it's coming up.
It's coming up.
Okay.
I'll get in
Iran
more into it.
pressures Houthis to reach a truce with U.S. to facilitate deal with Trump administration. So we've been doing stuff to the Houthis down there,
right?
And
made them wake up a little, right? And say, we don't want to.
Well, there's more to this.
Okay.
Coming up.
I know we've the.
Yeah. Keep going.
All right.
Keep going.
We'll
That
keep
wasn't
going.
really the slide I wanted.
Okay.
Right.
Good job.
Karen, you did
Yeah,
bad.
Did that.
Reforms, he won't lift tariffs on China. Their economy is collapsing. They'll come to us. So we'll see
Yeah.
what happens
That's.
with the whole tariff thing in China.
We
But
are
do
going to
have
find
have
out.
a balanced thing.
Everybody, if you go back, there's politicians in the
Yeah.
in the past that have said the
Yeah.
exact,
Mhm.
same thing
Right.
about that, about immigration, everything. But then they flip flop, you
Right.
know. And
What
now
they-
the same people say all this is
Mhm.
bad. So we'll see. Let's just let it play out, right?
Yeah.
Just let it play
we'll
out.
find out. We'll find
Alright.
out. We'll find out.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go back here. All right.
Okay. Radical anti-ism students at Temple University admit real goal to destruction of the U.S. and capitalism.
Yeah. Well,
They shouldn't be here going to
Well,
school.
there you go.
They should not be here going to
If
school.
you
If
hate America,
don't come here.
Don't come here. But you know what? You know what was happening at Tinker Air Force Base? Whenever we air traffic controllers and those AWACS planes, they would come to our
Yes,
country.
Zombie, I agree.
They would come to our country
Yes.
to get schooled.
Yes.
Man, we went to their barracks to clean up afterware. The P word, naked women videos.
Mhm.
I can't
Yeah.
say the word
Mhm.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Stacked 3 inches deep, all on the floor, right?
Yeah.
They had the nicest car, right?
Right.
They bought the nicest car. They were going out to the clubs. I'd
Right.
see them in the
Mhm.
clubs, nice guys, right?
Right.
Really nice people, right?
Mhm.
They went crazy in America
Yeah.
before they had to go back to their, their country.
Right.
They go back there. So I don't even know where I was going with
Okay.
this. And
Yeah,
what
keep
was? Hold on, let me look at the slider. Oh yeah. Listen, they came here. They take full
Yeah.
advantage of America. I got no problem
Well,
with that.
Yeah, those people aren't against
I'm not promoting
America.
what they did.
Right. But
Just-
they're not against America. But these people who want
Yeah.
to be destructive and
Yeah,
do
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
they might even protest.
I guess I was giving
stir
both
people up.
sides.
Yes.
Like they came
There's
here.
good people and there's bad people.
They probably didn't
Right.
want to go back, man. They're
Yeah.
like,
Let's
let's.
just stay in America.
I just get my college degree,
Yeah.
get my visa,
Mhm.
work my way into getting, my.
Citizenship.
I'm
stay
gonna
here.
become.
Mhm.
I'm gonna stay right
Yeah.
here, man.
Mhm.
And then whenever I was over in Saudi, I
Mhm.
had to go up in the air traffic control tower, right?
Yeah.
And they were like, they always asked me whenever I was up there if I could get them some naked lady stuff.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just
Yeah.
saying,
Okay.
they're. It is what it is. You either assimilate.
Or you don't.
These people are great at assimilating.
Assimilating.
All
Okay.
right.
All right. So allegedly deported by Trump, now accused of planning satanic
Yeah, yeah.
children at Lady Gaga concert. So
Mhm.
that's what the rest of the story was.
Yeah, and that's
So-
it's pretty damning right there.
Yeah,
And then, as much as Lady Gaga probably hates,
Trump, T-Man.
Trump. She's probably like glad he's not up here in America. you
Right.
know?
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe she
Maybe she.
maybe she likes that kind of stuff,
I
that
don't
dangerous
know.
lifestyle or something. And she's like, man, I wish I had these crazy people up here. with
Yeah.
us." He is crazy, so maybe
Maybe.
I can't
Who
think for Lady Gaga.
No,
is what I guess I'm
absolutely
saying.
not. Okay. Just in Trump announced major trade deal with United Kingdom at 10 a.m. Eastern, and that was on the 6th. Ooh, we got to get going. We got lots of news to get to.
Yeah,
keep
we're
going.
all right.
Keep going.
All right,
Keep going.
let's
Okay.
start flying through these.
Okay, Chairman Jerome Powell screws Trump and America once again. I don't think that he did. To lower interest rate, refuses to drop rates despite amazing economic news. Now, if we drop rates, inflation's going to go even higher, and we need to keep a balance on. We need to keep some rates. We don't need to be at zero. I disagree with Trump on that.
Yeah. Well.
So
No. Yeah.
we need.
There you go. There we
Yeah.
go. We
Yeah,
we like having interest because then
Yeah.
we saved
our
money.
save money.
It
gets some
makes us
interest.
more money.
Right.
So all the people that are
Right.
being financially that didn't
Responsible.
have a lot of loans
Right.
or need a loan at all after a
Right.
certain point in
Uh-huh.
our life, we've
right.
been fine. Yeah. If you need a loan, I hope it.
Yeah.
I don't hope on.
Right.
It is sucks, but it's good for us.
Right. I don't think interest rates need to drop, and I think
And if it
inflation
drops,
will go up.
inflation will go
Go
through
up.
the roof. Is what we're trying to say.
That's why he has rates up in the first place, is to control inflation. So we do not need them lowered right now. So keep
I
going.
think there should be it would keep you from buying frivolous stuff.
It will.
Too.
It does.
It keeps you saying like, I'm going to save my money and get
Yeah.
a car,
Mm,
right?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Keep going because we got lots.
All right.
Okay. FBI launches criminal investigation into Letha James over mortgage fraud. Letitia.
No,
Letitia.
don't add an
Leti-
in there. Letitia.
Letitia
Very good.
James
All right.
over mortgage fraud, and I think this is going to be.
No.
I feel like this is going to be a huge story, and it's going to hurt the
No.
mortgage.
Yeah. You said go
Uh,
fast, but there's a heckler that was getting on to her about don't
Yeah.
you feel ashamed for wasting the taxpayer money?
Yeah,
And that now it's coming back on you did the same thing, and she talked like a preacher. It was the weirdest
yeah,
thing. Yeah,
uh-huh.
she started putting in and talking like a preacher. And I'm like, who does that?
Mhm.
And he, like that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
right.
And I was like, that's odd. Wait and see. She says it's all frivolous.
Yes.
Oh, well, in America, we let the courts figure that out,
Yeah, but I
right? Just
think-
like she said, they figured it out. Well, we're just going to figure it out.
I think it's going to be hard on the mortgage industry, though. Okay, so white smoke. We got a new pope. Everybody knows that we have a new pope. His name is
Pope.
can't think Pope. But
Leo the
his taken
14th
name
or
is
something?
Leo the 14th.
something.
So, there you
13th,
go.
14th,
New
one of
pope.
those
New pope.
numbers.
He's
And,
from America. He's from Chicago. So we'll see how that goes.
and we don't
I-
study the
yeah.
Pope thing too much because we're not Catholic. I think I got a straight line to the good man upstairs. I'll just say
Thank
that
you,
much.
Patty.
And so good luck
Have a
with your
good day.
Hopefully, it's a good
Right.
thing. He's an American. First
Yeah, we're running
American.
a little bit long, but
And-
we're
Listen, Americans, first American.
Right.
Odd at this time, whenever
Right.
everybody's anti Mr. Trump and all
Mhm.
that we get our first American from Chicago,
Right.
which
I
You know,
agree, Jennifer,
Chicago-
with that statement too.
is a pretty good mob family
Yeah.
location.
Mhm.
It could be nothing,
Right.
but I know he's against the
He's for-
he's for climate change. All the
He's
money
for
pushing
the
into
Green New Deal.
Green New Deal and
And-
letting people just pour into
Pour into
every
the country.
any country
And-
you want to
right,
live
right,
in,
right,
just
right,
go.
right.
Which would create a one world order, which I think is bad. Ends up
Thank you,
bad
Debbie.
in the Bible, doesn't it?
Have a
Deb?
great day. Happy Mother's Day.
Doesn't the one world order end bad in the Bible?
Yeah, it
Okay,
does.
all right.
It does. It does. It
I'm
does.
just saying.
Yes.
I'm
Okay,
not a
President
Catholic,
Trump
so I'm
and
out of the loop.
UK Prime Minister Stamper announced historic trade deal. So we have a trade deal with Ukraine. It's supposed to be good for America. Trump says get your stocks now because everything's going to
It's
go through the roof.
Way
That's what he
more
said.
fair.
But he
Hey,
said,
nobody-
I'm not giving you advice.
All
to
my
do
people that hate me and say that Trump's
Mhm.
bad, he's going to kill the stock market, won't take my bet
Right.
that in 6 months it will be back over 44,000.
Right.
I think it's going to be faster than 6 months, probably, but nobody will take my bet. So you guys believe it too. You think all the moves he's making is going to make the stock market go up. Ha! Or bet me. All right?
Yes,
Come
absolutely.
on, bring
Okay,
on the
keep
bet.
going.
All right.
Keep going. Okay, because we haven't gotten to the big news. We had too much news today. I told you, too much is happening. FBI director reveals that he believes happened to Jeffrey Epstein, gives a speculative answer regarding when America will see the Epstein style. So it's more about that.
Can I talk about Pam Bondi yet?
Keep going.
All right.
Keep going. Okay, we got our first pope. Keep
Yep.
going.
All right.
Got our first
Our
pope.
Pope
Yeah.
says you better go out
yeah,
and buy stocks
stocks.
now. Yep,
Okay.
you said that.
All
President
right.
Trump responded to the
Yeah,
election
keep
of
going.
Pope. Blah.
Yeah. Keep going. Keep going.
That was,
he was on.
he's
Biden
he
was on
sounded
The
brain
View,
dead
and he-
again.
Stanford and
Fast
Jill
news,
had to
lightning news
chill.
section.
Chill. Yeah. And Jill had to step in. Keep
Yeah,
going.
yeah. He sounded
going.
terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
bombshell. Okay. Then,
okay.
no, keep going.
Keep going. All right.
Keep
All
going.
right.
Keep going.
All right. Right here.
Right
okay,
here.
listen.
Here we go.
Okay,
Biggest story, and
you-
we saved it for last. We
for
should
la-
have started with this.
Okay.
I know. My bad.
All right. Read it. Here we go.
Okay.
AG Pam Bondi was covertly recorded revealing that there's tens of thousands of videos and they have to go through them. So the first one that really admitted that these videos and 10,000 exist.
Mhm.
But how did they find out? She was just at a dinner with somebody,
And somebody asked her a question
Yeah,
in
and-
passing, and she revealed
James
it.
O'Keefe, somebody recorded it
Right.
and that gave it to James O'Keefe.
Right.
And so then
She
James
was- I think she was in on it. I think she knew. She wanted this information.
maybe
that she's been
maybe
being told that she can't.
this could be a
release it.
setup.
I think
it could
it's a
be
setup. I
that
think,
she got-
I think this
But-
is her getting it out there.
This was 9 days before some reporter asked her, and she said the exact same verbiage as
Right.
she did it because she knows it's out. So
Right.
she now has to say it because they're going to say, well, James O'Keefe has it. Why didn't you tell us? So she came out and told everybody. Then James O'Keefe came out
Right.
with the video that he had. All very interesting. I don't know if it was maybe to just bring people out, right?
I feel like it was done on purpose, and maybe to get people
to start
to start.
start scrambling.
Yeah.
Well, before this came out, Bill Gates said he's giving away
Yeah.
his fortunes.
And I think we have that too coming up. I know. Too much news today.
Listen.
We're running over.
His buddy Warren Buffett stepped down here
Yeah. Right.
recently.
Right.
Klaus Schwab stepped down. The Pope died. All these major players are not, stepping down from their roles, either dying or stepping out of their role. What is going on? Does this all have, I'll say like Jacob Israel says, I don't think it's a quinky dinky do,
Yeah.
not a quinky dinky do. Jacob
Right.
Israel, it's happening because of something.
You're right.
People in power don't like to step down.
No.
They don't wanna
They
step
like to
down.
keep their power.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what's going on? What's the key element that's making, and then everybody step down?
Okay, Terrence, he wants to know, can
right.
anybody explain the tariffs to Australia when we had a free trade agreement and now our minerals and beef are almost twice the price to say now?
I can't.
I
No,
can't.
I
I
can't.
don't know. I don't know if the
I don't-
tariffs are good or bad. I don't know if it's something. I don't know why we needed to
Yeah,
put tariffs on
it's-
people that we did. I
What-
have a question.
There could
though.
be underlying things that
But-
cause this too that
Right.
we don't know about. But we've been getting ripped. USA has been getting ripped off for all these years. So hopefully your leaders, which I haven't been in line with your leader, they locked you down more than anything down there. They took away your pew-pews, right? I don't think the people that run your country are doing the best for you little guys out there. So maybe your leaders can say, well, we're going to tariff, too, or whatever.
I agree with
you know?
that statement, Terrence, about the Pope.
I don't know. That's
Yeah,
all I'm saying.
well-
Is I think, the people in Australia are getting screwed just as much as we were
Yeah.
before.
Right.
They're in there getting screwed
So you're
stage.
saying the beef that Australia is sending to the U.S. and minerals are twice the price. Is that what you're saying? Or the
stuff
stuff that
coming-
we're sending, stuff that's coming to the U.S. or from the
Right,
U.S.?
right.
I have a question about that because here's my
We'll look into it.
here's
But
my
I don't know.
thought on the whole thing too. Why are we if it's coming to the U.S.? Why are we getting minerals or beef shipped all the way
Yeah,
from Australia to the
that's-
U.S.? That's just
That's nuts balls too, because
I
we
feel that's
we
nuts
have
balls.
tons of
Beef,
farmers and
yeah.
chicken,
I
everything
feel like
else.
some things
so,
that we made global enterprises should have stayed within the country.
yeah. not to
I
be
just
mean
feel
to
that way.
Australia.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just
Now, if it's minerals that we can't get, yes, then that
Yeah.
has to be traded, and there shouldn't be tariffs on it. Is
Right,
what I
right.
think.
I don't. It's
But
again, our president, I think, is trying to do what's best for us,
Right.
which might not be the best for Australia.
it could
Now,
not be
If your leaders in Australia are doing what's best for Australia,
right.
I think you'll be in good shape, right? Overall, you'll figure it out, and it'll be a great.
Yeah.
And you'll be sovereign, and we'll be sovereign,
Right.
and we'll be just jamming along doing our own things, you know.
I feel like you guys should make beef and
did.
eat it in Australia, and we should make beef and eat it in America.
There was a big
far as beef
nuclear
goes.
sub deal that went
Yes.
down,
Uh-huh.
and maybe Trump thought that was unfair that we were just giving nuclear subs to Australia.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know the big.
I'm
or
speculating. I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on. So please don't take my word for why he did anything to
Yes.
Australia.
Blockchain destroyed our farmers big time.
Yeah.
So, and that's what I'm saying. We should eat our own beef. They should eat their own beef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, blockchain, crypto.
Oh,
I don't know how crypto
oh well.
killed it. I'm gonna have to get with Zombie. She can say in the description down below where she was going with that.
Okay.
I trust
Okay.
Zombie has
Yes,
good points. So
yes.
let's just let her
Okay.
tell us in the comments down below after the show.
Okay.
All right. Anything
All right,
else?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Globalist
giving away.
billionaire Bill Gates vows he will give away 99% of his fortune by 2045. I will not be alive in 2045.
The funny thing about that too is,
He'll still have $1 billion.
yeah, 99% of 200 billion is still 2 billion. So he'll be all right, people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He'll
he'll still be
live.
living large. Just give
Yeah.
it away now. Just give
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Listen,
Oh, Frenchie.
why over the next 40 years? If he really wants to give it
20
away,
years.
20 years.
20 years.
Next 20 years,
Give it away tomorrow.
give it all up. You
Right.
know, like just start.
Because he still wants
throwing
to
out
be
there.
in control of it. He won't be here in
Since-
2045.
Since
He won't be here
right,
in
right, right.
2045 either.
Since Trump isn't helping out everybody,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
Bill, you can do it for him. You know, you
Right.
got the money.
Right. You could save America.
You could save America.
Okay.
Now is that it?
Shocking Trump. Choose. Go to the next one.
All right.
Oh, yeah. So there's 2 states that adopted the LGBT flags
Well, that's just
as
lovely.
official city flags to bid because they're saying their state is saying that they can't fly any except for state flags, so they're making those flags.
Oh my
state
gosh, is
or
that horrible
city
or what?
Flags. It's Boise and Salt Lake City. So
That's
anyway,
weird. Salt
yeah.
Lake City.
Yeah,
the
that's-
Mormons.
this is
The
all-
Mormons did that.
I guess so.
Oh my goodness. Listen, if you let any kind of crazy flag be, flown, then you got, what if the ex-Germans?
Oh, okay. I understand now because most of our beef is injected with. Okay, I understand that.
Listen, the Germans that
Right.
fought in
Mhm.
World War. Debbie, focus.
I'm
You know the Germans.
yes,
They had a flag.
yes.
During World
yeah,
War II.
yeah.
Well, what if somebody said, "I want to fly that"?
Well, I
you-
guess if
you
they
gotta-
adopt it,
Well, no, I'm saying
They
before
shouldn't.
this,
yes. they
anybody,
shouldn't.
it
They
would be
shouldn't.
horrible, right?
Just
Just
fly
The
the
United
same flag.
States
The
and
United
the States.
and the states, and that's
Leave it there.
Yeah.
You know,
We don't need all these flags. So anyway, that's what's going on.
It-
I thought it was an interesting story.
Trump trolls
I try
people,
to stay out of that whole thing
and it shows people what they're.
because people can do whatever they want.
They
Personally.
support the 2%, I guess, more than the
The rest of it.
98%.
Right.
That's what it's saying. Okay, what else?
Okay, I understand that. And
All right.
coal
Oh,
prob-
this is big
See,
news.
I feel
My
like we
goodness.
probably have coal here that we're not mining because of our restrictions. So, you
Yeah,
see,
yeah.
so
Okay.
that could have something.
New
Let
York-
me work on that, Terrence, and I will try
Yeah.
to do a video on it.
Yeah.
I will try to do a video.
You
on
got
it.
all week long
Yeah,
to do
I have
a
all
video.
week. Do
So,
a video.
Newark mayor got
Yeah.
arrested for trying to
Yes.
block ICE
Uh-huh.
from doing their job.
Job.
That was
Uh-huh.
huge news.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
And then
I did it in the backwards order simply so that it was going from oldest to newest, and maybe that wasn't what we needed to do.
penalties for not self-deporting.
Mhm.
All right.
And
And we're
we're
back to
back.
the beginning.
We're
Oh my
good.
gosh, we
We're
made
good.
it. We're
Yeah.
only 8 minutes.
Yeah.
That's how much news is just
It's just
flying.
flying in.
in.
It is a
and,
lot of news, and
we didn't cover half of it. I mean,
Yeah.
did you even mention Israel the whole time? As far as we did the
Yeah,
Houthis. Yeah, we
just
did.
that.
All right. Well, that's it. Let's get
Yeah.
out of here before we drag. Have the pup dogs? Oh,
No.
you got her
Yeah, I got it
sectioned
shut
off.
so that Johnny doesn't listen. Okay. So, well, not that he doesn't listen, so we don't hear Johnny.
Again,
Okay.
we just threw out a lot of crap, right?
Yes.
So, what is your favorite saying at the end of the show? Debbie? Do your own. No.
Be
Do-
prepared. Do your
do
own,
your own
research,
research.
and be prepared.
Man, you just brain farted there.
Do
Do
your
your
own
own
research
research
and
and
be
be prepared,
prepared.
people. And yeah, it's just our opinions on here, and we love to hear your opinions also.
Yes,
So
let's have a debate.
you know, it is
Let's have a
interesting
debate.
what's happening
Yeah.
because of the tariffs
I
in
don't
other
know.
countries. Like we don't know how it's going to affect
Right. I have
Australia.
a peanut brain, so I can't even begin. All this big stuff is way over my head sometimes.
You do.
I do
No, I'm
have
just kidding. She's a very smart one. All right, let's get out of
Okay.
here. All right.
See you next
Bye,
Saturday.
everybody.
Have a good weekend. Happy Mother's Day, everybody.